Just last week, the U.S. Surgeon General issued the first national public health advisory in 13 years, a move that he hopes will fight the opioid crisis. The nation's top doctor wants relatives and friends of people at risk of opioid overdose to learn how to use a simple tool that can save many lives. Here to talk more about opioid addiction are Dr. John W. Holaday, chairman and co-founder of DisposeRX, and Rachel Goss, a recovering addict. Welcome to Great Day, Washington. Rachel, I just want to start with you. You had alcohol addiction.
Yes.
But as someone in recovery, you decided to become a specialist and help people of all addictions.
Yes, and that's what's nice. I am in long-term recovery from alcohol and other drugs. And have been since 2004. And what we have found is that it's an easier way to help other people who are in active addiction and early recovery to have someone that can really relate to them, who really knows what it feels like to have been on the dark side, and have made it to the light and made it through recovery.
Absolutely. So if you've been there, you know how to guide them in a way that others may not.
Exactly.
Tell me about the opioid epidemic. How widespread is it?
It's remarkable and growing. In 2016, 64,000 people died of opioid and other drug overdoses, and as a consequence of that, the huge epidemic is now being recognized for what it is. It affects all people, all walks of life. More deaths in 2016 than there are names on the Vietnam Memorial Wall. It's a huge problem.
And you're doing something about it by speaking out here today, by helping other addicts. You recently, Rachel, spoke in front of the Maryland House of Delegates and Senate. What was your message to them?
Well, our message, or my message really was, we are learning well how to help people in recovery, but we need to send more of a message about awareness and education to everyone. And if we are able to offer disposal products to everyone, then we are getting this small message which leads into the big message that we really need to be aware and educate ourselves about the dangers of opioids.
And that's your goal, to get the message out?
It is. The most important message, I think, and relevant to today, 70% of drug overdoses and death begin in the medicine cabinet. So if we can encourage people to take the drugs out of their medicine cabinet, you can stop that cycle of addiction and death that begins right there. And we have a very simple way of doing it. Much like when you buy flowers, there's a little packet that comes with the flowers. You put that in the water and save the flowers. So why not, when you get a prescription for an opioid, get a little packet, something like our product called DisposeRX, which when you put it in the water along with the drugs, forms a gel from which they cannot be extracted. Let me show you how this works.
I would love to see how it works.
So here we have some pills. These are not opioids, I assure you.
Okay.
But one pours in some water. And this material is made out of edible components. So this is a non-toxic product that's generally recognized as safe by the Food and Drug Administration. So if one adds the powder to this vial, shakes it up. Do you want to shake that?
Okay, you want me to shake it?
Vigorously.
So when we started this segment, I said a simple tool that will help friends and relatives. I could see someone, a caretaker, a nurse, doing this with leftover pills, so that when they're disposed of, addicts don't rummage through the garbage or medicine cabinets looking for it. Oh, wow, so it did dissolve.
Right? It dissolves the pills and forms a gel from which they cannot be extracted.
Right.
We're the most widely tested product in this area, and we've found that one cannot get the pills out once they're dissolved in this, and it's biodegradable. You know, we've also got a problem of drugs getting in the water supply in the upper reaches of the Potomac and the Chesapeake, and this prevents them from leaching into the water supply because over time it forms a product that's covered with mold and dries up and only releases gases like carbon dioxide.
This may be a silly question, but what's stopping an addict from eating that gel?
Well, they could eat this gel, but they wouldn't get any of the components out of it. That was part of our testing, where we put 200 milligrams of oxycodone in this and tried to get it out using, it was done by an independent lab, tried to get the product out using what one would use at home, like alcohol, vodka types things, vinegar. You can't get it out once it's in there. So if you ate it, you just pass through.
Rachel, as someone who works with people recovering from opioid addiction, is this something that they would say, thank you, yes, I need this roadblock?
they would need that roadblock because the temptation is always there. Even as someone in early recovery, even a little bit longer down the road, 6 months, 9 months, the idea of maybe going to visit someone that they know had opioids, a grandparent maybe, the idea of opening that cabinet and seeing that is dangerous for them. That is a trigger. And so this way, we're really empowering people on all different levels to be able to take this, which can become a poison for a lot of people, to take it and get rid of it, deactivate it. And
Speaking
to
of
safely
poison,
be able
and
to.
then it gets in the water supply.
Exactly.
Where can we find out more about this?
Well, you know, Walmart had the vision that they were going to help their customers with a product that would help get these medicines out of the medicine cabinet. They looked at all the alternatives, including take-back programs and other products that could be used at home, and decided that our product was the most convenient, safe, effective, and inexpensive. So if you go to Walmart, they'll give you this product, and soon to be other pharmacies as well. Soon also we'll have at our website, DisposeRX.com, a means by which to purchase this. But the most important message is that many of the major pharmacy chains, including Walmart, are giving this product away in an effort to help stop this opioid
And
addiction
save
crisis.
lives. Thank you
Save
so much.
lives.
What an interesting innovation. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story as well.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.